Hello, I'm meteorologist Jeff Ray, and this is a web special for you gardeners out there like myself. You're probably wondering, have we had the last freeze yet? Because this Saturday morning, the low was 36 at DFW, and up at Bridgeport, it got down to 28 degrees. It got down to freezing in Cleburne, so there were some frost across Collin County as well, where McKinney was down to 32 degrees, below freezing in Gainesville. How about tomorrow morning? Forecast models are showing numbers a little bit warmer than it was this morning. When you take the aggregate total, it looks like it should be a warmer morning tomorrow morning. After an afternoon high today of 60 degrees, which will warm the ground nicely with all this sunshine, we're forecasting a low about 39 degrees. So yes, there will be a chill in the air. There won't be as much wind, but at least it'll stay above freezing. The morning lows at DFW for the week ahead. This morning 36, tomorrow morning 39, and you can see how we start to warm up. Now typically we should be about 48 for a low. We won't get there until the official start of spring. We're talking about this because the average date of last freeze has passed. It was last Tuesday, March 12th. The last freeze at DFW, in fact, was March 6th when it got down to 27 degrees. Remember, the morning before that, it was 20 degrees, one of the coldest March mornings in 30 years. The average date of the first freeze is November 22nd. That's 250 days away. So what we're saying is it does appear the growing season has started, and we got about 250 days of it ahead of us. We've had 1.8 inches of rain at the airport last Wednesday with that severe weather outbreak. That was the only 1 inch plus rain we have had since last year, just after Christmas. Now for the month, we're 1.6 inches, but since January 1st, we've run a deficit now of about 2 inches. And this shows up in the drought monitor. We're in dry conditions across most of the Metroplex, and right here, Erath County down to Comanche. This is a moderate drought in progress. We'll zoom out. And you know, across Texas, we're seeing moderate drought across some areas, at least especially down across the south portions of Texas. Here you're seeing moderate drought. Also in the Panhandle, severe drought, by the way, is going on in New Mexico. Now, this is where there's been a rainfall deficit for the last 30 days. It centers in on the hill country, but most of North Texas and the hill country, Central Texas, down to South Texas, we're seeing an absence of a lot of rain here so far here in the last month. This is a percent of normal precipitation. As you'd expect, we haven't seen a lot of rain. That's where we see the smallest amount of rainfall you would expect over the last 30 days. Meanwhile, out in California, which has been in a drought on and off for about 12 years, they're above normal for rainfall, and the snowpack looking great there. Anyway, back to Texas. Soil moisture, because of the huge rains that we had last winter, we still have a lot of water in the soil, and this is showing up in blue. So soil moisture still good. This is good for the trees that are just now coming to leaf because there's a lot of water in the soil for them to work with, at least for the next couple of months. We do have rain back in the forecast, but it's not until Friday and Saturday with some dry weather ahead. We wanted to update you on all the gardening aspects as you're getting in and working your beds here this weekend and next. Spring is sprung. We'll, of course, be keeping you updated on the weather and have the latest forecast for you tonight at 10.